Imagine a sky unlike any we have ever known. The sun, our life-giving star, no longer a familiar warm orb. Instead, it swells. It grows larger and larger, a monstrous crimson giant consuming the horizon. The oceans begin to boil, steam rising in great hissing clouds that choke the atmosphere. The very ground beneath our feet would crack and glow with an impossible heat. This is not a scene from a distant alien world. This could be the eventual inescapable fate of our own planet. A final dramatic act in a cosmic play that has been unfolding for billions of years. It is a stark reminder of our place in the universe. We are passengers on a small blue world, drifting through an immense and sometimes violent cosmos. The end can come in many forms. It need not be a slow, creeping warmth. It could arrive as a sudden silent flash from the depths of space. A wave of unimaginable energy, birthed from a dying star countless light years away, could wash over our planet in an instant. This gamma-ray burst would be invisible. It would be faster than thought. It would strip away our protective atmosphere, our shield against the harshness of the void. Life, in all its wonderful complexity, would be exposed to the raw, unfiltered radiation of the cosmos. The delicate balance that has allowed us to flourish would be shattered in a moment of silent, devastating power. The world would fall quiet. Alternatively, the threat might not come from a distant star, but from a much closer neighbor, a wanderer, a colossal rock, an asteroid miles wide, hurtling through the solar system on a collision course with Earth. We have seen the scars left by such impacts before, etched into the surface of our planet and on the moon. An impact of sufficient size would be an event of truly global devastation. It would strike with the force of millions of nuclear bombs, throwing up a cloud of debris so thick it would blot out the sun for years. A long, dark winter would descend upon the globe, starving the plants, chilling the oceans, and bringing an end to the world as we know it. The greatest dangers, however, may not come from the cold, indifferent cosmos. They may come from within, from ourselves. In the last century, we have developed the power to destroy our world completely. Nuclear weapons, born from our deepest understanding of the atom, represent a threat of our own making. A full-scale nuclear exchange between major powers would unleash a level of destruction that is difficult to comprehend. The initial blasts would obliterate cities, but the secondary effects would be even worse. A nuclear winter would follow, similar to the aftermath of an asteroid impact. Soot and smoke from burning cities would fill the stratosphere, blocking the sun. Beyond the sudden violence of war, there is a slower, more insidious threat we have created: climate change. For over a century, our industries and our way of life have pumped enormous quantities of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. We are altering the delicate energy balance of our planet. We are warming the oceans, melting the ancient ice caps, and changing weather patterns in ways that are becoming increasingly extreme and unpredictable. If left unchecked, this process could lead to a runaway greenhouse effect. This could eventually render vast regions of the Earth uninhabitable for humans. Imagine a world of perpetual heat waves where agriculture is impossible in the tropics, and coastal cities are submerged beneath the waves. Contemplating these endings, both cosmic and man-made, can be unsettling. It forces us to confront our own vulnerability. We see our planet not as a permanent, unshakable stage for human history, but as a fragile, temporary home. It is a small, living jewel in an overwhelmingly vast and empty space. The cosmic threats, the dying sun, the stray asteroid, are beyond our control. They are humbling reminders that our existence is subject to the grand impersonal cycles of the universe. But the threats we create ourselves are different. Nuclear war and catastrophic climate change are not inevitable acts of nature. They are the consequences of our own choices, our own actions, and our own failures of foresight. Unlike a gamma-ray burst from a distant galaxy, these are problems we have the power to address. We have the knowledge to understand them and the ingenuity to find solutions. The challenge is not one of technology, but of will. It requires cooperation on a global scale, a shared sense of responsibility for the only home we have ever known. To study these potential ends is not an exercise in despair. It is an act of profound importance. Every breath of clean air, every drop of fresh water, every ray of sunshine is a gift from a planet that is, for now, in perfect balance. We must look up, to understand our place in the universe, and to watch for the dangers that may come from it. But more importantly, we must look inward, at ourselves. We must recognize that the most immediate and preventable threats are the ones we hold in our own hands. Our future is not yet written. It is our responsibility to ensure it does not end in a story of a world we lost.